Al, you've had such an integral role in the field and in the society. Tell me a little bit about the national meeting, because here we are, we're doing this interview at the 20th anniversary at the same site, not physical site, but same city. How did the national meeting come about? Was it during your presidency, or?
Well, it did come about during my presidency, but there was considerable talk about having a meeting of our own to basically establish our identity as a society. There were two things we needed. One was a journal, and the other one was a national meeting. We had just achieved getting a journal, and the idea of a meeting seemed to be onerous because everyone was pretty much going to the American Heart and the American College of Cardiology, and another meeting plus other echo specialty smaller meetings were going on, so people really felt this was going to be a big drag. And then on top of that, there was the economic issue
Sure.
of competing across the country with all these meetings that were very popular. Harvey's being probably the most consistently popular. He was having advanced echocardiography in Indianapolis every year and getting 300 to 400 people.
I think there was a big meeting in Southern California called Meet the Masters or something like that.
Yeah, there was one. Provençal had a meeting.
Provençal had a meeting. So did the discussion,
at this time frame, really in June.
The discussion began if we're 20 years, and so we're now talking about 89, was the discussion in the 88?
Yeah, the discussion really, I think, started sometime maybe during Tony's presidency, and David kept the idea alive but didn't really want to bring it to a vote. But I think I owe a lot to David because he did, left it up to me to basically bring it to the board of directors, and he appointed you and Jules as the folks who really would put it on the map. And I guess I was fortuitous enough to have been at the Crystal Gateway Marriott where we had the first meeting for other meetings, and I knew the site was going to work well. And so I pushed hard for it, and I guess we were particularly pleasantly surprised when 762 people showed up. Yeah, that's right.
Were you nervous about having, because the meeting was basically on your head if it was a disaster?
Yeah, I guess I really wasn't, because I thought there would be a good turnout, and I think the site, Washington, plus the hotel where we had it was a real plus, and then your suggestion of bringing the Capitol steps added a dimension to the meeting which you don't find at many meetings, and that was a smashing success. And so we just basically carbon copied it the next year when Ned was president, and it's taken off since then.
It's taken off, and it's been.
Yeah.
You mentioned, and certainly we could talk about it, and it's to your credit because it was really your foresight that got this meeting going and everything, but and Jules' hard work at pulling off the first one. You mentioned the journal. Were you at the birth of the journal?
Yes, we had a little publication called the Communicator, ASE Communicator, which had about 3/4 society news and 1/4 science column. And I was involved with writing some of those science columns, and Tony asked me to chair a publications committee, and then he put me in touch with folks who might consider publishing a journal for us. And there was reluctance, again, to start up with a journal. Who was really going to do it? There was going to be a lot of work involved, but we felt that was really critical to the identity of the society. And the real problem was not getting a journal going. We found Mosby was most anxious to publish with us. They had a number of subspecialty journals, but getting Harvey to agree to do it, and we did. I think David talked to him a lot, and I did, and Tony did, and I think he really realized that, yes, we wanted him to do this, and of course 20 years later here we are with him now as editor emeritus.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
As you look back over the spectrum of your career in Echo, and certainly with meeting and the journal, what strikes you? What are your strong memories?
I think my strong memories are pretty much reflect the memories of the other past presidents, that the camaraderie that existed among all of us, and I think in some ways Harvey infected us with that because he was very open about Echo. He just wanted anyone to do it who could do it, but he wanted them to do it well.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what the philosophy has been of all of us. We want to do this really well, and we just want to support each other in doing it. And I think that's why this meeting has been so successful.
Well, it's to your credit that both of those have done well, and we all appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Randy.